Woohoo! Here we go.
Wow. Woo.
This is so exciting to see you all here tonight. First of all, I need to express my regrets on behalf of past President Brian. I mean, Lion Brian, we're not using titles here. Brian is in Morocco where it is 2 a.m. and he has been over there on the Global Week of Service and is, I hope, sleeping right now. So he sends his regrets and thanks you all for all you're doing and really hopes that you leave here tonight fired up like we all do to continue on with growing Lionism. We decided we wanted to bring you in tonight so we could, because you were at Q Center last week and you weren't able to participate in the live session. And we wanted to give you guys a chance to ask some questions and also maybe take things a little further than we have with others by doing a couple of different things. So let me show you quick what we're going to be doing tonight. Here we go. And we're doing the welcome, which we just did. And we're going to do a little question and answer for you. We ask that you guys review the recordings from your area for session 3 before you got here tonight, so we can actually answer any questions you might have of the content that was presented. We have an entire team here of, and naughty Jody, did not introduce, let me stop sharing a screen here. Let me introduce all the amazing humans that, besides the DGEs that are on the call here to help you out tonight. We have Bob Black, GAT Area E leader. We have Glenn Kaufman, GAT Area F trainer. We have Norm McDaniel, GAT Area E trainer. We have Tracy Gray, amazing LCI staff member who has supported every bit of this effort. We have Tom Matney, who is the area leader down in Area H. We have Dawn Rice Norton, who is the vice area leader for Area F. We have Richard Stevenson, who is one of our great facilitators in Area B. We have Hillary Kumnick, who was one of the amazing facilitators down in Area H, and his cohort in crime, Bruce Beck, who is coming to you live from Cold, Minnesota as well. And we have Ron Reebschlager, I almost got it potentially correct, out of Area E. So we have amazing Lions that have come on to help support our efforts tonight and go through all of this. We will be working the chat all night like we did during the sessions. You are going to remain muted during the session. So please drop your questions in the chat. One of our amazing team members will answer them or bring them to the forefront. So with that, let's go back to sharing my screen and talk about the rest of what we're going to be doing this evening. So we're going to do a quick Q&A through the chat with you guys and answer your questions about what you saw in session 3, any questions you might have, comments, concerns, things that you might want to expand upon. We're then going to go into a brief Kahoot and do a chat discussion on what is helping you grow and barriers to growth. We're then going to send you into breakout rooms, and it looks like we're going to be able to send you into breakout rooms by area, which is fabulous. So we're going to send you into breakout rooms by area and talk about what you need to help you hit your growth goals and have the group of you work together to come up with some potential ideas and solutions. We'll have a report out after that so we can learn from one another. And then we'll talk about some next steps. So we're going to start with, though, what we have done in the past, which is we wanted to do a quick poll. And the poll we wanted to talk to you about tonight is really, you're the district governor-elects. You are putting on the mantle of whatever colored jacket it is you wear in your multiple district in just a few short months. Your teams are the ones that are going to take this and move on from this year's team and keep building and growing from here. So now that we've been through the entire workshop, our question for you, you'll see in the on the screen right now, is whether your district is ready to grow. Do you think these growth workshops help prepare your team for successful membership growth? And we're talking about adding new clubs and also growing membership. These answers are anonymous, and it's a yes, no question. So do you feel the growth workshops help prepare your team for successful membership growth? It looks like we've got about 47 of you on the call, so and a few of you have answered here. I love to see 100% yes right now. That's a fabulous number. 34 of you, yeah, we're getting close on the number of total respondents. We'll give just a minute before. It helped, but I can't get my others to attend and use the recordings. The recordings are really the key because we need to get this out. Robert, that is a really great point. We need to get this out just beyond us. One of you, We're at 41 respondents. Let's close this down and let me share the results with you. So we had 98% of you felt it was helpful and 2% did not feel that it helped prepare your district to grow. Hopefully by the time we leave here tonight, we have 100% of you on board with feeling you're ready to help your district move forward. Because we're going to talk through some of those ideas and some of those things that might be needed to help you move forward. We're also going to send you home with an assignment at the end of this that's going to help make sure that you are on track. All right, so let's get back to the rest of the agenda. And that part of the agenda is going to involve our entire team of facilitators and GAT leaders. And let's talk about session 3. What questions do you have from session 3, or actually, quite honestly, from any of the sessions? Any questions, comments, or anything you'd like to know from session 3 or any of the sessions where we talked about everything from how to start a club, to market the club, to how to talk to new generation of members, different ways to recruit, etc.
You know, Jody, one thing that we talked about in session 3 is using some of the virtual tools, and there was a poll we had asking the members if they used it and how it went for them. You know, maybe folks can drop in chat if they were able to use any of the virtual tools and what they thought of them.
Great point, Glenn. You know, those virtual tools are a amazing resource for us. Now, I'm going to admit I'm a little biased, obviously, but I will tell you that I have worked with Lions who can barely log into a computer who have told me it has been an amazing gift for them to be able to pull all that research together so quickly and easily. So, Glenn, that's a great idea. Have you tried the virtual tools? Actually, I can pull up that poll. I got it handy here to be able to pull up another poll here for us. Great. Polls.
I only get one grade point a day, so I've hit my quota.
All right, it's going to be just Lions Map to Grow because that's the poll that's already in here. But let's launch that and go ahead. And have you tried Lions Map to Grow and or Lions Market to Grow since you learned more about that? I'll tell you that I was not a huge fan of AI. I have concerns about AI, but I will tell you that I use Map to Grow and Market to Grow each and every day with everything I do because it helps make my life a lot easier. It doesn't take as long to get anything done. I type up my stuff, I send it through, it sends things back, or I start from scratch and I adjust it. So it works out it's really been a lifesaver for me. Mark Benison, you did not receive the recording. Mark, if you can drop your email into a private message to me, I'll double check and make sure that you were registered because it came out based on registrations for the sessions. All right, we got 39 of you who have responded. Richard says, every day I use it several times. Richard, I think you are a super user of that. And we've got 50-50 on this, which in some areas is what we've been seeing. Others, it's one extreme or the other. Thank you for those that have tried it. Quite honestly, I do believe it's going to be part of the way we save Lionism in the United States. Our clubs are struggling. The current clubs are struggling and our districts are struggling with how to grow membership. And it helps immensely to have that tool available to you. Suzette says her work has issues with using some AI tools, so she needs to be careful when using. That makes sense. How to save the info. There are some icons on the bottom of the screen, and I can show you quickly how to do that if you would like. Let me just go to ChatGPT quick. The rest of you, if you're seeing any questions in there, go ahead and answer them if you would like. Let's go in here and I will show you how to.
The beauty of ChatGPT is if you have any questions, you just ask them and it will tell you.
I love that we added the Teach Me How to Use You button, by the way, which is amazing. So Teach Me How to Use You. It's going to go ahead and download. I just clicked on it. I assume you're seeing the right screen. I didn't double check. Sorry. Talks about how to get started. At the very end, when it's done scrolling through all of these ideas, all the pieces that it's going to share with me, there's a whole bunch of icons. The first one is a copy icon. If you click on that, it turns to a check mark. So that copies everything that it shared with you, and you can go ahead and paste it into a Word file or a text file or wherever you like to save that kind of information. There's a thumbs up for a good response, a thumbs down. You can listen to have the response read to you aloud, or you can edit it in Canva if it sends you, if you're doing something that's got a design with it. So it's very quick and simple to copy it out and go ahead and drop it into whatever software you're using to save it and to edit it then, because it doesn't always get everything exactly right. Ron, I loved your question of if you haven't tried the ChatGPT or the apps, the Lions Map to Grow and Market to Grow, why not? Robert, glad to help. Daniel, as your group Suzette, yes, I bet you saw a lot from Daniel about the apps there. If you haven't received any emails from the emails would have been the follow-up emails to the actual growth workshop sessions were sent the Friday after the session. And it was based on if you were registered or not for those sessions. If you did not receive them or would like one sent again, a number of you have dropped it, drop a direct message to me in the chat, and I'll make sure after the session to get the recordings emailed out to you. It's going to come as 3 separate emails, one for each of the sessions that has all the support materials in it. Since you also weren't there for the session, I do want to make sure you all were able to find. I'm working in a not Jody computer right now, so I'm attempting to get everything in place for you. But I'm going to share something else with you. I want to make sure you all realize, because you are the leaders of your district. You're coming in to take over and you'll be in charge of the entire district next year, and with your teams. There is participant manuals that we shared with all of you, and you have access to. And these in particular may come in handy for you. Many of our districts, as they were sending in and doing their homework assignments during the sessions, used the Market to Grow or Map to Grow apps to create their plans. But there's sample district growth plans here from across the entire United States of districts that shared their growth plans with us during the sessions. There's also sample district recruiting plans. If you're stuck for ideas, this is a great resource for you. It is in the links that are sent out after the session links that come out in that email that came out on those Fridays. The Chartering a New Club checklist, dues and fees, hello brochure, and the Who Would Be a Great Lion form, along with the Specialty Club Ideas PDF. This is now, I think last I recall, is 4 pages long of ideas from all of you and everyone who's taken part in these workshops to date on different ideas for specialty clubs. What a great opportunity for you to take this to a meeting with your GAT teams and use it to start a discussion about where you might want to grow and where you might want to focus. So all of those are available. I asked ChatGPT to provide me a strategy for modernizing and revitalizing a Lions Club. Awesome. Were there other questions, team, that came up while I was in the midst of sharing my screen? I'm not seeing any, and maybe I missed some. All right. Well, let's go ahead then and let's switch off and let's talk about some of the tools that, what's the number one strategy and number one tool? Just a second, I'm going to give you a Kahoot. We're going to try a Kahoot today and see how this works. So I'm going to copy this out here. Oh my goodness. All right, I am going to share in the chat with you a link. And if you can click on that link, it will take you to Kahoot. Kahoot is an online game application that's been being used quite a bit overall since the last 5 years or so. But if you log into that, we're going to ask you 2 questions. And we put this in a Kahoot because we want to create what's called a word cloud. We're looking for a visual that shows us what it is that shows us what it is you need and what is working for you well. So there's going to be a couple of questions here. If you do not log into the Kahoot, you can feel free to drop your answers into the chat window to the questions as they come up. Looks like we've got a few more people logging in here, and we'll start up in just a second. I love it. Malto Marco, that's awesome. Andrew the Great. All right, I'm going to share this screen with you as we're coming in, and let's go ahead and get us started here. So we're going to go through 2 quick questions and get your answers, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about them through the chat a little bit. So as we start up, you can continue to log in and join the conversation either online in Kahoot or in the chat window. All right, here comes the first question. What is the #1 tool or strategy that you have or you believe that will help you grow? This again is a word cloud, so a short answer that you can go ahead and type in would be fantastic. What is the #1 tool or strategy that's going to help your district and your clubs grow? And let's go over here and take a peek at the answers while we're not sure why it's not letting me show the answers, but we'll figure that out in a minute. There we go. Awesome. So team, map to grow, conversation, love it, vision, lionsvirtual.org, that's the apps, social media, specialty clubs, yes, ChatGPT, again, the app, ideas, market to grow, the apps, people, building a team. Yes, the team is key. All of these tools and resources don't do a hill of being a good if you don't have people to help go out there and start talking to people, starting up clubs, talking to your members, etc. Map to grow, Lions Virtual. Fantastic. All right, so let me take a quick screenshot of this one so we can have this for our conversation here. And then let's go on and let's look at what is your biggest barrier to growth. I will remind you, these are completely anonymous answers. So feel free to put whatever you'd like. What is the biggest barrier to growth that you see in your districts? And we got about 10 seconds left. And we'll see the answers coming up right about now. Awesome. All right, lack of motivation, lack of guiding lions, time from others, attitude, fear of failure, time to act, inertia, no one stepping up. I'm hoping these are not unique. Well, I'm hoping they are unique, but anyways, complacency, age of our members, effort, us, time, perceived image, population, old school thoughts, lack of response, the old guard, apathy, change adverse, not having people, I assume, to do the work. These barriers to growth are all things that are real in so many of our districts. And we're going to talk a little bit about some of the ways we might be able to overcome them. All right, let me stop sharing that screen for a moment here. And let me go ahead. I'm going to see if this will allow me to drop these 2 images into the chat for you all. Because the reality is we all have opportunities and tools available to us, and we all have challenges in front of us. And our goal in the next little bit here is to have conversations to see how we can begin to overcome, to take advantage of some of those opportunities, and then also turn around and look for opportunities to turn those barriers into opportunities. And we're going to do that through our breakout rooms. And you're going to go into a breakout room here for 25 minutes. The breakout room is going to be moderated by your GAT area people and the facilitators that were working with you during the growth workshops. We're going to ask you a couple of things. Let me share this screen quick so you can start thinking about what we're going to be doing. In these 25 minutes, we're going to ask you to talk about specifically what strategies are working for you in your district to help you grow. Just discuss those challenges and roadblocks, and then as a team, collaborate on some actionable items and solutions that will help overcome some of those challenges and turn those into opportunities and go from there. Any questions on what we're doing in the breakout rooms? Again, you're going to be in breakout rooms by area. There's a couple of you that I need to send into specific breakout rooms after we go in, but with that, if there's no questions, anyone on the team, are there any questions that we need to answer? Or are we ready to go into the breakout rooms?
I'm good.
Awesome. I'm going to send you into breakout rooms. We will see you back in 25 minutes. Facilitator and leadership team, be ready to do a 2-minute report out when we get back so we can learn from each other. All right, here we go.